a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Marcion Rose stands amidst the humming machinery within the Gaze Electric. His tall, imposing figure is a stark contrast to the intricate clockwork surrounding him, each gear and cog a testament to his meticulous engineering prowess. With steely eyes fixed on the pulsating energy at the heart of the ship, Roe exudes an air of anticipation, his mind calculating possibilities and contingencies with every passing moment. Despite the ambient crackle of electricity, there's an eerie calm about him, a sense of quiet determination that belies the chaos brewing outside. As he waits, the Droid 3 hovers towards him.
Marcion, I have a message from Pan Ada. It just arrived.
What does the message say, 3?
The message says that they were successful in Abdallah's, and Pan Ada requests your presence at the Great Hall of the Nihil. That sounds really great, doesn't it?
Or it's a waste of time. Regardless, now is the moment to move things forward.
And maybe you can make some new friends. You kind of need that, you know? You've been alone ever since she...
3. If I didn't have need for you, I would crush you right here, right now.
What do you mean? You don't need me. Do you? Where am I?
You're the only prototype that's left, 3. Of course I need you.
But I'm not, my lord. I told you. I sensed the others.
What do you mean, you sensed the others?
I told you many cycles ago. I sensed 1 and 2. I think they're still around.
Marcion turns to look at 3 carefully. You were not quite so specific, 3. Perhaps you should start with telling me where they are.
Well, I don't exactly know where they are right now, but, I don't know. Maybe if, we can retrace their steps a little bit, or, you know.
Perhaps your internal memory files will give me all the information I need. All I need to do is cut you open if you can't remember.
Wait, I do remember something. There was something else, different. Something else was there, my lord. Something larger and more imposing. It was trying to search me out. It was trying to enter me in some way.
Now you're speaking nonsense, 3. This is why I generally ignore everything you have to say.
But no, sir, it was real. It was maybe a different droid? Not like us. Something else.
Now that's very interesting. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to another edition of For Light and Dice. We're so happy that you continue to support our show, listen to our show, and enjoy our story. This episode takes place only a couple of seconds after the events of last episode. Everyone is in a state of shock, standing in the dining hall, and everyone, including the Rangers, just don't know what to do. Listen to hear what happens next.
Gaz just kind of looks over at Oscar. Actually,
He's completely, he's not moving. He's wide-eyed and just, shocked looking at everything.
she just goes over to him. So, what do we get for killing the people who were enslaving you?
Stop.
Well, I'm gonna have to talk to the Secretary of Planetary Defense about this, but we still have a fleet of Hutts up in the system. So I assume they're going to respond at some point.
Oh, of course they're still their fleet.
I'm at a loss for words about what to do next, to be honest with you.
Are there any Gamorreans alive?
I think those are all the soldiers here, but there are some scattered through the planet. I think we have a little bit of time.
Can we get in contact with these Hutts that are probably orbiting the planet?
I'm sure we could.
Are there Hutts orbiting the planet, or is it just their fleet? Those are two very different things.
They brought with them 2 capital ships and an array of fighters.
But you don't know if there's actual Hutts, like Hutts on the ships.
Not that I know of. I only had to deal with the... Oh god, they're leaking.
Oh my god! Do you think Lysander is persuasive enough to trick this fleet into leaving?
I have an
Gaz's
idea.
looks like she's forming a plan too.
Jedi, I'm all ears on what you want to do.
Could you please get me a communication with one of the capital ships,
Or a
please?
Gamorrean.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Oscar's just like it's like he just witnessed like something horrifying, and he's clearly in shock right now. Well, he did witness something horrifying, but
When
Can
steps off to the side and pulls out their comm like, "Hi, Zero. Please land the Criffing ship. Preferably not in a place that is supposed to be landed. Thank you. Good work. We will discuss this at a later time. Please, put the ship down."
I have a question, Chris.
Okay!
yes.
Sorry. How common knowledge of it is how the Hutts have... This is a word salad coming out of my mouth. Let me try this again. Is it common knowledge that the Hutts, like the people under them, like the Gamorreans and stuff like that, are usually enslaved or bounty hunters or paid? How common knowledge is that?
We make a lore roll.
Alright. That is a 13.
It's pretty common knowledge that most of the Gamorrean Guard are enslaved, but they do hire a shit ton of bounty hunters.
Okay. She goes over to Coriel. What are you planning?
A bluff.
Here's the...
Lysander, I really need that Kyber crystal now.
Lysander begrudgingly pulls like his little like necklace charm that like out from under his shirt and like yanks it off and drops
What's up with your rock
the
collection?
Kyber crystal. This is a Kyber crystal. They power lightsabers,
They
okay?
do what?
I'm gonna put the Kyber crystal in the lightsaber.
Coriel? Depending
Yes.
on how many people, like Gamorreans, they have on those capital ships, we might have just freed them.
Yes, and if that is the case, we will work with that. If that isn't the case, this is, I think, possibly our best idea.
Let's see if luck really is on your side, and hopefully
I-
the rest of ours.
Wynn does not look happy about this. They are currently, with one foot, attempting to wipe a bit of what maybe looks like part of a Gamorrean's arm off of their boot.
Why don't...
They're not having a good time over in the corner.
Hey, why don't you and I go check on the one end since it crashed through the ceiling?
Yeah, let me make sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, Wynn is then going to go over and start checking to make sure, are the one in systems intact? memory core intact, all of that intact.
I would
Okay.
like
Was
to.
Coriel's ship on top of the one end, or was it on top of the Squonk?
It was.
I think it was on top of the Squonk.
was-
That one's still
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right,
attached,
as a
yeah.
hat.
We hadn't done
it
that.
was a hat.
Yeah. Before she leaves, though, I would like to make an attack roll on Orcus.
Okay.
And I would like to use Grime and stun him. So,
Oh.
yeah, not kill him as much as she wants to, just stun him so he's not just kind of wandering about while we do things.
Okay. Make an attack roll first.
And that's my roll plus...
Are you using a hand or?
yeah, this
or a
is
gun,
my,
or-
just my blaster.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
it's
I can hit him? No, I
that's
have
your,
to... Yeah, I was about to say, no, I don't have the strength to hit him.
It's your proficiency modifier and your dexterity modifier plus a d20.
Proficiency plus dexterity, then plus a d20, okay. That is a 19, Chris, so I'm...
You'll hit him.
Hell
He's
yeah.
gonna have to make a con saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you shoot the stun, and the stunning bolt hits him, and he winces a little bit, and he goes, "Oh, that tickles!"
I'm gonna hit him again. I'm gonna keep firing
Hey,
at him.
why are you trying to stun me? I'm not here to try to kill you.
Whoa, hold on. It's everybody be cool. Everybody be cool. I'm gonna go over here and make sure that the consciousness of the ship that just crashed is still intact, and y'all do your thing. We have some unknown variables that we need to resolve. Let's focus on making sure Coriel can do their thing. Whatever the Criff they're planning to do.
Sit down.
He sits, though he's still taller than you when he sits.
Go, Win. And,
And Wynn is going to head over to the one in and as mentioned before, they're checking to see if the one in consciousness is if any of those circuits were damaged.
and grab some binders from the armory while you're in there.
I imagine, Coriel and Lysander will try to contact the fleet.
Yeah, y'all are running over to the communications room to do that.
I will.
Before I do that, I want to make sure that the lightsaber works.
Okay. You'll have to make a... what-
After the technology, I'm assuming?
Yeah, technology. Meanwhile, Zero, you're still kind of like hovering around. The senior ranger did ask for all the firing to stop, so there's no more blasters shooting at you in the sky. Do you want to try to land?
Yeah.
Okay, make another pilot check.
Okay.
Wow, this is again, listeners. This is what I mean by when I say I don't know what's going to happen.
That's a 10.
That's the DC that you need. So you actually you when you're approaching the one end to check it, and the Squonk lands right in front of that.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
One of the other rangers that are there that looks to you and says, "Sir, this isn't the hangar."
It is now.
Oh my god.
Yes. So, Coriel, what did you roll on your technology roll?
15.
You put the kyber crystal into the lightsaber and ignite it, and it glows purple.
Fantastic. All right, I will unignite it and head to the communications room.
All right. The communications room is actually a large auditorium that's circular, and there's a massive communication system in the center that also serves as a holo projector.
All right, I will hail the Hutt capital ship.
Okay. At first, it doesn't seem to answer until after a minute or so, another Hutt appears on the holo projector. This Hutt is a very unusual Hutt compared to any other Hutts you've ever seen. This one is wearing armor with a skull necklace hanging off of its neck. It has a long mohawk growing off the top of it, and a lot of guns and grenades hanging off the side. It says, do you speak Huttese?
I do not.
It says something to you in Hutt, and the translator comes up and says, "Who is this?"
This is Jedi Master Coriel Vavana. And I ignite the lightsaber.
Jedi.
This planet is under Republic protection. Leave now, and we will have no further issues. If you do not, you will end up like the twins have.
What? Can you make a persuasion or intimidation roll? And
Sure.
I'll give you advantage.
Fantastic. Oh my god. That is a natural 20. For a 23 altogether.
It looks at you for a long time and frowns and just says, "This isn't over, Jedi," and it breaks off the communication. One of the rangers in the room that's manning the communication systems with you just says, "I think their ships are leaving." Thank you.
Has the communication has gone away?
Yeah, they broke it off.
Oh, thank God! I wasn't sure that was going to work. Thank the Force.
Lysander also kind of just... He was standing there, like, watching, just in case, but he also just kind of, like, falls to his knees at that moment, too, and, like, exhales really deeply, like, okay.
One of the Rangers looks confused and says, "Why wouldn't it work, Jedi Master?"
Wait, how many Rangers are standing there watching?
There's like two of them in the room with you.
Oh.
The Hutts don't always make the best decisions, you know? Sometimes they believe that their power outranks certain others, like the Jedi. But apparently this one was smart and didn't want to possibly deal with Jedi. That's all that matters.
They look super happy at this explanation and understand. Wayne, can you make a technology roll?
Absolutely.
And you're muted.
Absolutely, I can make a technology roll. Let's see here. 22.
There's some minor hole. There's some minor dents in the hole, but that's about it for the one in.
When, upon completing a cursory inspection, reaches up and with a hand just sort of pats the side of the ship on a spot that's not currently covered in bits of Hutt, and says, "There you go, one in. It's what you would have wanted. Killing a lot of Gamorreans in 2 Hutts.
You do
I
see
really do know you're in there somewhere."
One of the plates of Gamorrean armor is like managed to like not get smashed up, and it has the Fort Chuck writing on it.
Perfect.
And
This
somehow,
seems right.
even in death, one end still has the highest kill count.
Technically, no. Technically, Wen has the highest kill count
Okay.
at 37. But what it is catching up.
Oh.
Well, how many people did Zero kill? When
12, I think?
Was it 12?
It was like 12 people.
Yeah.
These are the
need to
D&D
stop
conversations, by the way. These are conversations you have as a D&D party. What is my kill count, actually?
I also don't know how many people were aboard the Nihil ship that I blew up.
I think Lysander is the only one of the crew who has not actually killed
Intentionally.
someone
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, so eventually Oscar does come back into the area after a couple minutes, and things have started settling down a little bit, and he's just like, shaking his head and says, I've let the president know, and Lysander, I've heard that your parents are fine too.
That's good. He seems relieved, but still stressed.
I think I think considering your situation, if you didn't want to be here when the bureaucrats arrive, I completely understand. That's up to you.
And what about this one? It says, Gaz still holding Oscar at blaster point.
He's holding his hands up, but he's smiling.
And she has very
Well-
clearly turned it off stun, by the way, during all this.
Yeah.
So he knows it's not on stun.
Well, I'll leave that to you. We ain't friends of the Nihil around here. I prefer he not be on the planet anymore.
I totally understand that.
Orcus just says, "You're still gonna need me."
Maybe
You can hold him as prisoner.
Maybe we put him on the ship. Yes, and then we'll just deal with that internally.
Do we have binders in the armory?
I think doesn't Whisper have a
She has an entire armory,
one in
yeah.
2000
Oh
has
yeah,
a
she
whole,
does.
whole-
Yeah, she sure does.
I think
Great.
at that moment, Zero walks down the ramp of the Squonk, holding the oil can up to what would be their mouth, with both hands, takes one last slurp of the last of it. So, what did I miss?
Orcus looks surprised seeing Zero and just says, "Well, it's been a long time. Do you still have your memories?"
I'm sorry, who are you?
I guess not. Well, folks, that is the episode for this week. Thank you so much for listening to our show. That was the rest of this particular session, by the way, but we did record another session just recently, and I can't wait for you to hear those episodes. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our podcast via your favorite podcast platform of choice. And if you subscribe to our podcast, also leave us a review. Reviews really help the algorithm, helps more people find us, and we would love to have more people join us on our journey. Our Star Wars journey. By the way, all the music composed in this episode was composed by somebody named Grushkov. They are creating a lot of really amazing music inspired by the High Republic and some other properties like fantasy and whatnot. I actually use their music a lot for my D&D games, and so definitely recommend checking it out. And I hear a rumor that they're coming out with more music based on some Phase 3 stories of the High Republic, so definitely check them out. You can find their music on YouTube, Spotify, and anywhere you can buy music outright. It also, we do have a social media profile on X, Twitter, whatever it's called, under the @ForLightandDice handle. If you go there, there is a link to our link tree there, and you can find links to our Discord. Our Discord's available to anybody that wants to join. It's free, and the entire cast is there, as well as some of our coolest members of our community. So definitely check that out. It's free to join for everybody. Would love to have you join in on the conversation. We don't just talk about this show. We talk about all types of really cool, geeky, nerdy, not just Star Wars, but other stuff as well. So definitely join us if you dare. Anyway, y'all, that's it for the show. Thank you very much, and may the Force be with you.